Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Kind of a weird video, just sort of a topic video for people to discuss or make videos or responses or anything. And I'm not sure how to title it, if the changing opinion or change of heart or something like that. I was looking around the web, as I tend to do 98% of my time. Um, and there was these topics. Films that, it goes into two things. Films that you used to love, but you now hate, or films you used to hate, but you now love, and then why? Because let's face it, opinions change, but assholes stay the same. Opinions change. A lot of things change. Farts change. You got squishy farts. You got rip roaring thunder farts. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. It's really stupid. But disregarding that, don't pay no mind. Stuff that, like, what movies do you guys used to love but you hate now, and why? What movies did you guys used to hate, but now you really like, actually, or you can tolerate? And for instance, because usually on this channel, I'm pretty honest with you folks. If I hate a film, I know I hate a film. So I'm going to be honest. First off, let's start with there's not too many films I can think of that I used to hate but now like or love or whatever. I can't think of too many films. I'm sure maybe someone will call me on it, but it's not because I neglected it. It's because I honestly did forget. But for movies that I used to hate but think are okay, I could say Rocky 5. For the longest time, I fucking hated Rocky 5 with a passion. I hated Rocky 5 with a passion. I'm like, you fucking asshole. You took Stallone and you took Rocky Balboa and you have him get fucking brain damage, lose all his money, lose his fucking house, lost every fucking thing. Probably took his fucking robot away for Rocky 4. And now he's down in the dumps again, and you don't end the series with not even a fight in a fucking boxing ring, just some street fight, and fucking, like, that's how you don't end it with this shit? What the fuck? That's depressing. Of course, now that Rocky Balboa's come out, I've kind of calmed down on Rocky 5, and I go, well, I think I actually did a review for Rocky 5. I don't know if it's still up. I think it's still up. Where I can deal with the film now, because I remember it was a while. I just when Rocky Balboa was coming out, because I knew, oh, thankfully they're making another one. I'm like, okay, Rocky 5, I can deal with stuff. I can, love the Elton John song at the end. I actually honestly wish they would have used that song for the end credits of Rocky Balboa. It's the measure of a man. I really do. I wish they took that song from Rocky 5 and put it at the end credits of Rocky Balboa. That would have been perfect. Um, and the montage of pictures throughout the series, that would have been perfect. But the street fight was good. Tommy the Machine Gun, I don't mind. I didn't mind was it Sage Stallone played his real life son playing his son. I mean, I didn't mind the film too much watching it again. I could watch it. I would say it's probably still my least favorite Rocky film, but I could watch it. So that's a film I kind of eased up on as the years went by. Um, I'll be honest on this one. I kind of put this in the guilty pleasure, but I will admit I kind of have a soft spot for this film now. AVP Requiem. I can be honest on that. Of course, when I saw this in the theater, I didn't know what the fuck was going on half the time because I couldn't see shit. Granted, DVD, I can still barely see stuff, but I can see a little bit more than I did in the theater. But while this film has a terrible cast, it really does, I can watch this film now. I find myself liking it a little bit more each time, just for what it was. R-rated splatterfest of just a predator and alien killing people in gory ways, and predator fucking up some aliens, and especially after watching Predators, or I'm sorry, the remake of Predator. That's what Predators is. I mean, in my opinion, Predators with Adrian Bidnose Brody, it's a remake of Predator. Bunch of people with guns in the jungle. They're all, you know, might as well call them mercenaries of some sort in the jungle. You know, Adrian Brody getting his fucking biceps out, covered in mud, saying, "Do it now, come on, do it, kill me now." And but I do watch this film now. I really can. I do find myself liking this film. The cast sucks. It does. Get some more. Buy some fucking lights as well. Buy some fucking lights. But for some reason, I can watch this film now. I can actually find. I actually can say I like AVP Requiem. I like the film. I think it gave me more from my butt than Predators. It really did. The cast sucks in Predators as well, but this film actually had a faster pace. More stuff happened. But yeah, I mean, that's a film that did grow on me, I will admit. I still hate this one, though. I only have it because it was in this 2-pack, but I got this sucks ass. But this is definitely better than the first AVP. I can watch that a hell lot more than Alien 3 and 4. Alien 3 and 4 are what destroyed the franchise, thanks to Sigourney Weaver and her dumbass. The only other one I could think of, and this is going to be a shocker, and it's for a good reason though. The reason I put this on there is because this film is fucking hilarious. This film I like more and more because of how shitty it is. This film is so hilarious, I can put this on and laugh my ass off. Because I thought it was a good idea that, people are killing themselves in grisly, gory ways. Wow, what the fuck is this about? But this film is so hilariously bad, it's entertaining. So I like it. I'm like, what? No! And the fucking wind and running from the wind, and I know it's the plants and the wind carries it. And you eye my lemonade. You eyeball my lemonade? What? No. This is hilarious. This is like the best well, it's not the best comedy, but this film is funny as shit than a lot of comedies today. This is a hilarious movie. That's why this film is hilarious. The acting is so appalling. Marky Mark, he like every scene, it's like, man, where's my Funky Bunch? Where are they going to go? Come on. I mean, this film, this is hilarious. So that's for, I guess, a different matter. It's hilarious. It's like the Wicker Man remake with Nicolas Cage. It's just so fucking bad. It's hilarious. I mean, come on, Nick Cage dressing up in a bear suit, bitch slapping women. What the fuck? And he wants to do a sequel to it as a ghost. Nick Cage lost his fucking mind. But as for movies that I used to like and I hate, I came up with 10. Came up with 10. 1, the Star Wars prequels. I can be the first to admit, when I first saw the Star Wars prequels, I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I did long ass reviews on them. I just grew to dislike them. I even sold episode 2 and episode 3. I have episode 1, The Fan Mist, because I like the hour-long documentary. Otherwise, I would have sold that too. It doesn't have a lasting impression on me. I mean, I did long-ass reviews for them. You guys can check them out. But the characters don't get me. The action scenes don't, unless it's a lightsaber fight, the action scenes don't sustain me. The characters don't sustain me. The humor and fucking, oh my god, who the hell was that guy who played Hayden Christensen and Jake Lloyd? I know they get a lot of shit, but there's a reason, in my opinion. So I just, Star Wars prequels, I just, and it wasn't because of other people, believe me. I mean, I made my own. If I can be a guy who fucking hated Rise of the Apes and X-Men First Class, a lot of people hate, then I don't have a problem with expressing an honest opinion, because, you know, if I can say I don't like the original Psycho, I mean, then what the hell am I going to be? Oh shit, I'm saying this to be in the crowd. What crowd? But the Star Wars prequels I did used to like. I don't like anymore. Two are like two slasher films that for some reason I used to like. Okay, and one was Slaughterhouse with this big guy named Buddy Bacon. I don't know why I bought that DVD, and it had like features, like shitload of features, and just like I saw it when I was in Texas. I'm like, wow. Then I saw it again when I bought a DVD when I'm here in Iowa, and I'm like, the fuck, this fucking movie blows. What the hell was I thinking? I don't know what the hell I was thinking. For some reason, it was more violent than from what I remember, it was more violent than it was when I finally watched it. And it's not an alternate cut or anything. And the no one is likable on it. It has a shitty ending, and I have no idea what the fuck I was thinking. I have no idea. And the other is Madman. Now, Madman, I think is okay. Well, technically, there was another one called The Forest as well. Madman and The Forest. The Forest, for some reason, I gave a leniency on The Forest. I tried to watch it again, and I fucking couldn't make it through it. Madman, I still think it's better than Hatchet. But it's just, I mean, Madman's okay. I mean, I still love that song, the Madman Mars. It's just, the acting is not the best, and the ending is kind of, and it needed more gore. Madman, it really did need more gore. Actually, has shitloads of gore, but that one just annoyed me. So Madman, I don't love it as much as I used to. Well, I should say I never really loved it. I should say I don't like it as much as I used to. Critical Condition with Richard Pryor. I still like the film okay, but when I watched it again on DVD, thanks to Michael Keane, it wasn't as funny as I remember. I still liked it. There's some funny bits, but the film at times was kind of sad because I knows much more in this viewing than when I did years ago about Richard Pryor's MS. Seemed more noticeable. It was kind of sad watching the film at a lot of times. I mean, I still like the film. I'm still glad I have it in my collection. It's just I remember not liking it as much as I used to. I mean, I still liked it, but not as much. I know there's gonna be more than 10, but fuck it. I can also be honest. Transformers 3. I kept fucking going back and forth in that review, and I did a review saying it's gonna be my top 10, and someone called me on it, and they were right. Now, as if you've been on my channel, you know I don't change my opinion like that. I still fucking hate Predators. I still hate Machete. Sorry, I piss people off with that. I piss a lot of people off with my opinions. But Transformers 3, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm going so back and forth. Why am I putting this in my top 10? And it didn't. That's why I deleted the video. Now, if I delete a video, it's because it's either copyright, which a lot of times, in fact, happens. So I delete it because I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm probably going to re-review it anyway, but I'll just re-review it and maybe do a better job with it and have no footage, and then I don't have to worry about it. Or it's because my opinion changed on it. And that's happened maybe 2 times. This was one on Transformers 3. Because I still liked the film okay, Transformers 3, but I only liked it okay. It was disappointing. I went through a whole shebang of why I thought it was disappointing. I thought, this is the 3rd time round. You're still having the stupid humor. You're having the Asian guy from The Hangover. The first hour was boring. There's no 1 hour, no action for 1 hour in a Michael Bay film. That's like, is that possible? And the Autobots are still bitches. Yes, I know they have to be in the background because Steven Spielberg said so. He's a producer. And Megan Fox getting fired because it's Steven Spielberg, his dumbass. You must fire Megan Fox. Spielberg is not your movie. Shut the fuck up. Go make Minority Report 2. Oh, I'm sorry, they're already doing that. It's called the Total Recall remake. But, come on. But I miss Megan Fox. It's weird enough for me to say. But yeah, Transformers 3 it did not deliver. The ending was pitiful. Shia LaBeouf, he's fighting Patrick Dempsey, the guy from one of the Meatballs. Meatballs, what, 3? Wasn't that Patrick Dempsey? Or was it 2? I fucking forgot. I think it was 3. So what? And Optimus Prime being a bitch. Oh, I can't be Leonard Nimoy. I need Megatron's help. Please, Megatron, help my ass. And he does. And Megatron saves his ass. That's like if fucking Rambo got his ass kicked and fucking, I don't know. It's unheard of. It's stupid. That's like, okay, Demolition Man, John Spartan got his ass kicked by, say, Jesse Ventura, and Wesley Snipes had to save his ass. The main bad guy. Like, what the fuck is this? Exactly, what the fuck was that? So, yeah. Spider-Man 1 and 2. I saw those films. First Spider-Man, I'm like, okay, I'll go along with this. Spider-Man 2, I'm like, oh, okay, and I bought them on DVD. Now I fucking sold them. Spider-Man movies have not grown on me. Spider-Man 3, I think was the start of that. I think when I saw Spider-Man and rereading the comics and going back and watching these films, all 3 back to back, and went, my God, to be or not to be Maguire. What are you doing? I think I was just captivated the fact, oh my God, there's a fucking Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, this is Spider-Man. They spit in my face. And the Spider-Man 3 I've never liked. And that was the one I'm like, man, fuck that movie. I'll go watch the first 2. And I'm like, fuck, man. Fucking Power Rangers. This is like a guy who not even Power Rangers would want him. It's like one of those shitty Power Ranger ripoff shows. You know, it's like, hey, we don't rip off Power Rangers because it's successful. A lot of people like it. And then they make this dime a dozen budgeted version, and that's where this Green Goblin is fucking from. Especially when I see fucking footage of the fucking Green Goblin the way he looked in the comics. But no, we're not going to use that. And Kirsten Dunst is a cunt in those movies. She is. Tell me you love me. Tell me to suck my own dick, because I'd rather do that than look at your face. You fucking obsessive compulsive, needy bitch. Put a fucking collar around fucking Peter Parker. Call him Peter Porker. Give me a fucking break. I'm sure he'll cry enough river to drown your ass. He's fucking constant crying. Son of a bitch. Just those Spiderman movies. I'm like, man, I'm looking at the '90s cartoon. I'm like, why didn't they do it like this? Maybe it was Spiderman 3 that killed my love for Spiderman 1 and 2. And then I'm like, man, fuck To Be or Not to Be Maguire. And fuck Kirsten Kunt. And fuck these shitty villains. What about Spiderman 2? He's still crying. And he's still that fucking Doc Ock being a fucking good guy. I'm like, what? I mean, of the three of them, Spider-Man 2 I could deal with. At the same time, Spider-Man is not funny. Spider-Man is funny, but Spider-Man isn't. Spider-Man is a funny guy. He's a wisecracker. He can't crack a joke in any of the fucking movies. It's a big part of his personality. So I used to like Spider-Man. I used to like Spider-Man movies. Now they're just Spider-Man. And the last two I could pick, might as well go with this one because I'm a culprit in this because I did a review for this film that I've long since deleted. And I gotta admit, when I first saw this, I will admit, it was on a download. I remember that review. You guys won't because I deleted it a long time ago for good measure. But I gotta man up. I did like this film when I first saw it. Have no fucking idea why. I think it's like if I saw a fucking, if say at the end of Cujo limped away and was on the fucking ground and I knew it was Cujo, but it's fucking wounded. I felt sorry for the son bitch. So I took her back to my home. I patched it up. I cleaned it. I bathed it. I petted it. I groomed it. And then it bit my head off. This is what this film kind of did to me too, because I gave it like a glowing review when I first saw it. I mean, man, this film got hated on so much. Fucking Hitler would look at it and go, "Wow, man, whew, I didn't even get it as bad as this movie." And I bought it on Blu-ray. Then I watched the Blu-ray, and I fucking hated it. And fucking Kevin Smith, he did this maximum comedy mode on the Blu-ray. It made the film like fucking 3 hours long. I think that killed it for me. I'm like, you're not funny, Kevin Smith, in this thing. You gave no good information on it. And then it wasn't until later that Kevin Smith is bitching about Bruce Willis and, oh, Bruce Willis working with him was soul crushing. He was a fucking dickhead. He's an emo bitch. And I'm like, and really enough, Bruce Willis hasn't said anything about this. So who knows? Maybe Kevin. And then I sold the Blu-ray, and you're wondering why do I have this? Because I will admit, still, I like Bruce Willis in the movie. Kevin, you can bitch about Bruce Willis all you want. Maybe he was a dick on set, maybe he wasn't. But Bruce Willis was the only good thing this fucking film had going. Because the reason I have this is I'm trying to build a Bruce Willis collection. I even have the whole 10 yards for fuck's sake. But I'm trying to build a Bruce Willis collection. I don't have all of his movies, but I'm trying to build a collection of his movies. And I will say, Bruce Willis, in my opinion, I like Bruce Willis in the movie. Bruce Willis makes it watchable. I can't even say watchable. It's bullshit. Bruce Willis is the only good thing. And Harold Faltermeyer's score. But the rest of the film, what's funny is, look up Mike OCP's review, and he will tell you that I like the movie. Because I can't hide that. Mike still has review, his 2-part review, tearing this to pieces. I wanted to see it, but I was too embarrassed to see Mike's review because I know he would mention about me liking the movie, and I go, I don't, you were right. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But Bruce Willis is the only good thing. He made me laugh. This motherfucker was so annoying, I'd rather rip my dick off and shove it up my ass. You should have gotten so many people. First off, did it have to be a black guy? You know, because it's typical. Okay, if you don't get the total black guy, get Eddie Murphy. You know, well, he hasn't been funny for a while, but who knows? Get fucking... Oh, what's his name? I always forget his name for some reason. Fuck. Even Martin Lawrence or fucking Chris Tucker would have been better for a fuck's sake. Why do I always forget this guy's name? Mike Epps. That's what it is. Mike Epps. really like Mike Epps. He would have been funnier than hell. But the thing about this film, it is shit. It's shitty. Kevin Smith, I know you bash on a lot of critics saying, oh, you beating up on this film is like beating up a fucking um, kid. No, it's about you being stop smoking the weed. It's not helping. Because for those who don't know, Kevin Smith, I mean, I've lost respect for Kevin Smith in a way, which is sad. I did not like Zack and Mary that much. Red State can suck my dick. Fucking horror, non-horror movie. Fucking this movie, I don't know what the fuck I was smoking. Maybe the weed, maybe he had the fucking weed somehow go into my fucking face to make me do that. I gotta admit, I was wrong in that, and I'm man enough to admit that. Bruce Willis is good, but the fucking movie, it's lazy. These writers should be shot. Kevin Smith should have written the fucking thing. You can't handle action, especially in Red State. So you know you can't handle fucking action. You couldn't handle a fucking comedy. Maybe Bruce Willis knew that you were fucking waiting and baiting. You wake up, you smoke fucking weed, because that's what he does now. That's what he did for a long while. Maybe that's why the movie's been kind of sucking. And maybe Bruce Willis is like, what the fuck am I doing here? This guy's getting fucking high all the time. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Gee, I wonder why he'd be pissed. I wonder why Bruce Willis acted like he did to you. You're getting fucking high. And he's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He doesn't know what he's doing. Just I don't know what I was thinking. Tracy Morgan gave me fucking steroids in the brain. Enough to fucking make my head want to explode right through my ass. I don't know what I was thinking with that review. I don't know. And of course, I've mentioned this before. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Tried to be smooth with that. This movie. I have this poster because this looks cool. This guy is the best thing about this movie. I'm sorry. And I will admit, when this film came out, I gave it praise. I remember, because there was this forum, I'm like, oh yeah, I liked it. It did not hold up. It does not hold up for me. TMNT, Too Much Nasty Talk, does not hold up. Because, yes, I like Raphael. That his story was so much more interesting than the story they told for the fucking movie. The background. There's a comic book that's a prequel to this movie talking about him. He finds a guy who's a vigilante called the Night Watcher. He used to be. Raphael's talking about him. Dickhead Leo says, you gotta come back. He has to go. When he leaves, the guy gets killed, murdered. Raphael comes back, finds him dying. The guy says, here, you need to take this. I need someone to continue. And so that's why Raphael is the Night Watcher. Why didn't we get that movie? It's so much more interesting of a story. Fucking Chris Evans as Casey Jones sucks. Sarah Michelle Gellar as April O'Neil sucks. The animation, the CGI looked good. But goddamn, the family is not even a fucking family. Everybody hates each other in the fucking movie. The villains are fucking beyond lame. They couldn't cut it in a fucking cookie cutter Nickelodeon cartoon. See what I did there? Michelangelo had nothing to do but annoying or burp jokes. Donatello, was he even in the movie? I could barely see him in the movie. Leonardo was a fucking dickhead. He might as well have the fucking crown around his head. Fit the whole profile of a dickhead. Have a whole crown right around his head. He was the biggest douchebag I've seen in the longest time. I'm better than you. Oh, really? Then suck my dick. Just like, go suck your own head then. You fucking fruitcake motherfucker. Oh yeah, Leo, you better than me? I'm gonna fuck you up and shove the sword up your ass and have a shish kebab sandwich. How about that, motherfucker? Fuck Leo and its fucking high and mighty piece of shitness. I've said that before in a review, but it's like, just one quick thing. Raphael, what does he do? He's protected people in the city. What did Leo do? He protected people in the jungle. But Leo could do that and get a fucking medallion from his dad. But Raph, oh, he gets shit on. Go, oh, fuck you, man. What are you doing? I'm like, you did the same thing in the jungle, you two-faced motherfucker. You two-faced piece of shit, brown-nosing, jerk-off handling, butt fucking pain in the ass motherfucker. Stop sucking Splinter's dick, you fucking asshole, Leonardo, you butthole, fucking shithead. But I will admit, that was one of those things where, oh my god, it's a new movie. And fucking, like, I was so hyped up for this movie since Ninja Turtles 3, really, in 1993 to 2010. I mean, 2010. 2000, what, 7? 14 years? Man, I was just... Yeah. But anyway, I did a rant on that as well, but fuck. So I will admit, I know it's 30 minutes. I always do make fucking long movies. So movies that I didn't used to not like, but actually do kind of like. AVPR Requiem, Rocky 5. This great comedy. And movies that I used to like, but I hate. Star Wars prequels. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Some slasher films like Slaughterhouse, Madman, and The Forest. Transformers 3 in critical condition. I just think they're okay. TMNT, too much nasty talk. And this fucking movie, man. See, I bought this for the collection. You see the disc is in there. And that's why I can... And I don't care. I really don't. So anyway, what's your guys's? What is your guys's movies you used to like but not like, or movies you don't like but now you do like? And don't worry about people bashing you, because I'm not going to delete anything. I'm not going to bash anyone for anything. And I'm asking everyone out there, do not be an asshole to anybody. So if someone goes, I used to like RoboCop but I don't bash them. And this goes for everybody. Everybody. Whether it be my close friends or a total stranger. Do not bash anybody, because I don't want to have it. Alright? You can express your opinion. You don't have to be an asshole about it. That's all I ask. But feel free to leave video responses or comments or whatever. But hey, I mean, I had to admit some of this stuff. But, opinions change on movies. So, if you guys have anything, feel free to let people know. So, thanks for watching, and take care. Later.